3 years ago, I'd have told you, alternate transportation meant a bicycle and a bus pass. Not anymore. Technology, innovation, and flat-out financial pressure have blown this category wide open, and it now spans everything from a $600 kid's electric dirt bike to a driverless taxi with no steering wheel. Today we're covering all of it: 2 wheels, 3 wheels, and 4 wheels. What it costs, what's legal, and what is actually changing under our feet. Right now, 3 forces are pushing this whole category forward. Technology. Batteries keep getting cheaper and smarter. Innovation. New vehicle classes are filling gaps nobody used to fill. And financial pressure. City traffic is up 15 to 20% since 2024. Insurance and car prices keep climbing, and people are looking for a cheaper way through it. Start with e-bikes, because this is where most people already are. Class 1 is pedal assist only. Tops out at 20 miles an hour. No throttle. Goes almost anywhere a regular bike goes. Class 2 adds a throttle at the same speed cap. Class 3 pushes pedal assist to 28, but usually gets kicked off multi-use paths and onto the road. Here's the part nobody's telling you. This isn't settled law. Ontario just proposed splitting throttle-only machines out of the bicycle category entirely and requiring a motorcycle license. New Jersey already reclassified every e-bike as a motorized bicycle. The ground is moving under this category in real time. Move up to full motorcycles, and the gas versus electric math actually has an answer. At around 8,000 miles a year, 5-year ownership cost is basically a wash. Ride more than that. Electric pulls ahead on fuel and maintenance. Ride less. Gas still wins on the sticker price. And gas hasn't stood still either. Hybrids like Kawasaki's Ninja 7 are a real 2026 wrinkle. 3 wheels forces a choice that 2 wheels doesn't. You're either building for stability and the driving experience, no freight involved, or you're building for cargo. Watch the difference. This is a slingshot. Federally, it's classified as a 3-wheeled motorcycle, but almost every state calls it an autocycle instead. Steering wheel, seatbelt, pedals, which means most riders need nothing but a standard driver's license. No cargo, no freight, pure driving experience. Now the freight side. A loaded electric cargo trike carries 300 to 500 pounds, 30 to 80 miles of range. And here's the number that matters. In dense city delivery, it's been clocked at roughly 1/8 the fuel cost per mile of a diesel van, and up to 60% faster because it isn't fighting for parking. Go heavier still, and you're out of bicycle law completely. A 60-volt commercial trike handles about 500 to 600 kilos. Step up the voltage and motor, and you're hauling over a metric ton. Full commercial vehicle classification, not a bike anymore. 4 wheels is where every question you'd expect. Payload, money law, safety, parking, collides at once. Start small. Low-speed vehicles, capped at 20 to 25 miles an hour. Built under a deliberately limited federal safety standard. The Villages in Florida alone has over 70,000 registered golf carts on its streets. That's not a niche. That's normal life for a lot of people already. And then there's the K-truck, my favorite regulatory mess in this whole list. Same little truck, mechanically identical, and depending on which state line you're standing on, it's either a daily driver or a lawn ornament. Texas flipped legal in 2024. Vermont just legalized it in 2026. New York's DMV requires paperwork the vehicle can never produce, which is really just a ban wearing a form. Standard EVs and hybrids are the baseline everything else gets measured against. Fast charging under 30 minutes on major corridors now, and driver assist features that are already doing part of the driving for you before you ever get to a fully self-driving car. Which brings us to the vehicles with no driver at all. Waymo is live in 11 U.S. metros right now, including fully autonomous freeway trips in some cities. Zoox, that's Amazon, is going paid in San Francisco and Vegas in a vehicle with no steering wheel, no pedals, nobody up front. Tesla's running its own robot taxi service in 3 Texas cities. Regulators are scrambling to keep up. Texas now requires state authorization before any of this runs commercially. And it's not all upside. Transportation researchers are already on record saying that as more of these operators pile into the same cities, Congestion gets worse before it gets better. More vehicles circling. More learning curve mistakes. More competition for the same curb space that delivery trikes and parked cars are already fighting over. Here's the thread that ties all of this together. 2 wheels to 4. Classification decides everything. Whether something is legally a bicycle, a moped, a farm vehicle, or not a vehicle with a driver at all. That one label decides where it can go, who's allowed to run it, and what it costs to insure. And right now, in 2026, half of those labels are still being rewritten. This isn't a settled map. It's a live one. If you want the full field guide, payload numbers, state-by-state legality, and the cost breakdowns we covered today, it's coming soon. Subscribe if you want the next one when the map changes again, because it will.